course, as any other dummy on the mic would say, because we're indoors getting things ready to go. This is the Carencro Lady Bears and the Carroll Lady Bulldogs tipping off in game one. And we'll have the players that are getting out onto the court for you for Carroll. Chuck, looks like they are in their gray uniforms. We'll look at some of the others. Malia Richard, I see, is out there. And we'll get some of the others as they turn around. The numbers, the blue numbers against the gray background. Yes. Difficult to pick up, but we'll work on getting that together for you as these ladies are on the floor today. The Lady Bears of Carencro make it a little easier to see. Stepping out onto the court is Janae Johnson. She led the team in points last game with 16. Lachey Brown is out there. I see Ariana Alexander, Amari Anderson, and jumping center is number 12, Ariana Francis, the junior forward for this Lady Bears team. And, Chuck, we are underway with game one. Carroll gets the control there in the backcourt, instantly pressured by the Lady Bears. Bringing it down, making their way around. That is Maya Timber with the ball now, trying to get it back to Timber. It's going to be knocked out of bounds and a save. Mari Anderson jumps in. The sophomore guard is going to turn it over, and it will be the Lady Bears' first opportunity with the ball.
Definitely, and starting out, it's I don't know if it's the 9 o'clock start that might have a few of us, but I know for me, if I were on the floor, I'd still be trying to bend over, tying my shoes at this point.
Right, still trying to get up. Good pressure out on the ball by Carroll's number 23, Alira Wheeler, going to the basket, making that miss, but still controlling. Chelsea LeBlanc went to the basket. She had 14 in that district opening loss to St. Thomas More just 4 days ago. Again, no score in this one early on. You see our Louisiana Eye and Laser Center scoreboard up in the top right-hand corner. It's going to be there throughout the day.
Yes, and it's neat how that scoreboard, you explained it to me, Doug, and as we get more numbers up there, I'm sure you'll be able to give a better explanation.
Well, it doesn't look like they've got it turned on, and they're going to be on the line, so that's going to be a turnover. Chelsea LeBlanc steps on the line, and it's going to be a turnover, and the Lady Bulldogs of Carroll will have it. Second time we've seen a Carroll team play. We saw the men play against Alexandria Senior High School earlier in the year at Ash. But this, the Lady Bulldogs going here. Good pressure out on the ball, but getting around it is Wheeler. Wheeler back to the top. And here's our first scoring opportunity of the day, and that is a beautiful three ball from, let's see who does, they're in the gray, but stayed in number 15. So that is Taylor Epting with the three. Held ball there, and ball will stay with these Lady Bulldogs. Correction, that is Pashana Wheeler that had that three as they go switched numbers there in the gray is what we're going to go with off of this sheet. Lady Bears have it out on the corner trying to get it. That is a three and no good. Ball tipped around and out of bounds there. So the guest in this is Carroll.
Okay.
With the home team in white, Carencro, the Lady Bears.
Yes, indeed. So you see it on the scoreboard there. So they don't put the names up there. It just has guest and home.
And we'll try to update that for you as long. But remember, the darker jerseys are normally the guest in these situations. Ball swung over to the near side. Back to the top of the key. Good pressure, but great ball movement by this Lady Bulldogs team. Thought about a shot. No good there. Looking to find some relief. And the cutter's going to the basket. That's going to be up and in. And once again, that is Wheeler, Pashana Wheeler, who's got her second basket of the day. Good ball movement underneath. Give that bucket up and in to Ariana Alexander, the junior forward's got the first two for this Carencro team.
Nicely done. I mean, establishing a slow pace, but a good pace. Just kind of testing the waters, I believe, right now. Oh, a little tip on that pass.
Yeah, Janae Johnson getting out and trying to get something going. Swung over to the corner now. This is a three. It's up and no good off the front iron from the side. First foul of the game is going to be called on this. And they'll give that to number 3. That's Patience Johnson, the sophomore guard. A lot of freshmen and sophomores on this Carencro Lady Bears team that made a pretty good run in the playoffs last year. They sit at 8-10, Chuck, this Carencro team does. They've lost 7 straight, counting that district opening loss. 4 of those, however, were COVID-related. They had 4 forfeits in a row. And there's going to be a traveling violation by Carencro. So a very very tough and physical Carencro team going against another solid team in these Lady Bulldogs.
Absolutely, and they're going to be inbounding the ball underneath their own goal there.
Again, the Lady Bears in white swung over, going to the basket now, and unable to control the dribble. That's going to be off, though, of a Lady Bulldog, and it will stay Carencro basketball. Getting a lot of big games. If you're new to our 446 Sports channel, just go up there and hit the follow button. Whether you're watching from our Gridiron Football page or our 446 Sports, hit the follow. You'll know when we go live every day. We'll be on a couple of different outlets today over on our YouTube channel as well.
Shot there, hit the bottom of the rim.
Make sure you, if you're following us on YouTube, you hit that like and subscribe button, and you can keep up with everything that we do all day today and tomorrow and throughout the year.
And it'll definitely be a long day today and tomorrow. A lot of games.
Indeed it will. Carroll trying to get back to the basket. Good job stepping out with a block there. That was Braylon Carter with the block. Going back the other way and paying that one off is Amari Anderson, getting her first basket. Carroll working the ball around, going to the basket. That one is no good. Couple of good baskets early on, including the three, but banging around. An opportunity for a travel.
That was an interesting two-step shot off of one leg, but maybe because she didn't put her other foot down.
Inbounding the ball underneath is Carroll under their own goal. That one is swung out to the top. You know, one thing I've noticed out of this Carencro team is as Chelsea LeBlanc knocks that one away, is that they're always getting a hand in the passing lane. They contest every pass.
And that's good, quick hands. You know, like you said, not to get any skin. Definitely good conditioning and training they've done.
5-4 in this one. Carroll with the lead. Had a 3 and a 2 to get this thing going. And it's been 4 straight by the Lady Bears. Looking to put an end to that. That is a 2. They called a 2 from the side. And that is number 3. Amaya Timber with her first basket of the game. Quickly a turnover there. And back and going on the Lady Bulldogs. Looking around for somebody to pass it to. But different colored jersey. Looking for the run out. A little bit of a sloppy play there last couple of trips by both squads.
Yeah, a little tip ball game going on.
3.5 to go in this opening period. There is a 3 that's up and no good. Partially blocked to the near side. And we're going to have our second foul of the game on Carroll. Didn't see who they called it on. And the side portions of the scoreboard not working. Going to take a timeout here on the floor, just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it right here. Chuck, we're back in Burton Complex here, the home of many state basketball tournaments for the boys and for the ladies that have been throughout the years. Of course, the ladies has rotated around a lot more, but the top 28 for the boys has been here a lot, and what a great complex it is. It
is absolutely beautiful. This is my actual first time to be in Burton Coliseum. Or complex rather, and absolutely beautiful. I'm breathtaking by what's here. You know, the floor is just immaculate. I like the way they can dual purpose this whole arena for different settings. Just greatly well manicured setting in here.
You see the cowboy in the middle there. You are on the campus of McNeese State University. They play out of the Southland Conference and opened up. There's just a big history of high school basketball and sports inside this arena, and we just applaud Coach Dexter Washington of Hamilton Christian for putting this together. This is year 1 of the MLK Classic. They had an MLK Warriors Classic last year, which was a one-day event. We covered that from whistle to whistle, but it's morphed into this 3-day tournament, and we hope to talk to Coach Dexter before the day is out.
And that would be nice. Get a little bit of insight from him and maybe some history of his whole tournament here.
And look, you won't find somebody with a lot more basketball knowledge than Coach Washington, trying to get the ball inside, but a turnover there, and the Lady Bulldogs have it nearing the 3-minute mark of this first period, 7-4. Carroll does have the lead. Big long 3 is launched. Hits both sides of the iron, no good. But the board in the bucket is there. That's number 44, and that is Michelle Brown. So credit her with the board and the bucket. And a 9-4 lead And another turnover by the Carencro Lady Bears is going to give it back to Carencro. So it's been a game of runs, Chuck. It was the first 5 by Carencro, and then 4 straight by the Lady Bears, and another 4 now by Carencro gets us to where we stand at, or by Carroll gets us to where we stand at 9-4.
And Carroll inbounding the ball here after that tip ball going out on that pass.
Different angle today. We came up to the middle deck on here. Great view overlooking the score table and everything that's going on. Glad you could join us. We appreciate you being here as part of 446 Sports and Gridiron Football and BWS Sports bring this to you. Timeout on the floor going to be a 30-second timeout taken by Carroll in this one. So each of it. Again, your thoughts on just the quick drive down here to Lake Charles, too. It's not bad.
It wasn't bad. We got up early this morning before sunrise. Thankfully, I went ahead and made me some coffee on the way down. But just south of Lake Charles, so straight down 165, beautiful areas along the way, the little small communities there. Everybody's still asleep. And it is an early game.
Present company included.
Yes. There was, if I'd have rolled the window down, I think the drool that was coming out the side of your jaw there may have frozen.
We'll take it. Had a late night working last night and then back up and at it today, bringing you high school basketball throughout today and tomorrow. A tournament like this, you absolutely have to have coverage on it. 2.5 minutes to go, 9-4, first period of play. Carroll, the Lady Bulldogs, going back to the basket. Great running move to the basket. That is Alira. And if I butcher that name, I apologize for that. Alira Wheeler getting into the scoring column. So this Lady Bulldog team, Chuck, spreading the scoring around. They're going to get another opportunity, too. Now it's 11-4 and looking to add to this lead. 9-5 on the season and ranked number 10 in 3A. They come out of District 2 3A and having a great season.
Yeah, it's just an inaccurate pass there as they were trying to get something going down court, but just not quite awake yet, I'm afraid.
Working the ball inside. Going to be a travel there as backing down was number 30, and that is Caleria Hayward-Brown that got it, made a drop step, but didn't go to the basket and got whistled for the traveling violation.
Drop step. That sounds like a dance move, Doug.
Right. Back over the top now. Thought about the 3. Now going to the basket. Great head fake and going to the rim, but nothing there, and pulling down the rebound, doing great work underneath.
Not to be denied that ball for sure. She was definitely full force on it.
No, that was Michelle Brown. She's got a bucket on the day, but a couple of boards. And, you saw her have that rebound earlier, the offense rebound. There's a 3 right up at the top, but it's no good. That one, Alira Wheeler misses that front iron, and quickly back the other way goes Janae Johnson. She had, again, 16 the other night. That's her first basket, 11-6.
Wow. And just, a couple of points here. And they inbounded the ball, and so wisely, the coach.
Well, the official held it up because she had to tie her shoe there, and they're going to give her time instead of rushing it, get it back in there.
Okay, because the official over here on the side that inbounded the ball, he was sitting there doing the 10 count. That was, I was like, wow, he actually inbounded the ball, and he's going to count it. So
a couple of whistles and a whole lot of uncertainty and
a little conference going on over here. Let's see. I think they were talking about that 10-second count. Let's see what's going on. Or they're going to – maybe the clock was running. I did not see if the clock was running.
Clock was at 56-2 when they started, and where it's there now. Official going over. This is where not being there on this score table gets us, but we'll see. Look like they're going to keep everything.
Oh, they did put time back on the clock. It's a 1:11 now.
Then they ran it back from the play prior to that. But Carroll, needless to say, the Lady Bulldogs looking for an opportunity here for one last shot. The Lady Bears having none of it as they'll come out and play defense on there. Swung around to great ball movement. And we saw Carroll practice this. But again, Carencro with just great hands. Scrappy play down on the floor by number 30, Janae Johnson, the sophomore guard from Carencro. And just, there she is again. She's gonna get jump in there. Thought she was gonna get whistled for the foul, but Janae Johnson hops in and ties that thing up.
Yep.
Possession will stay with Carroll into this one. Looking to get it inbounds and does to the near side, going up to the basket and no good there. Rebound controlled by Carroll, but hopping in And one thing, Chuck, we've talked about, if you've watched any of the broadcasts that we've done on girls basketball, there's no free rebounds and there's no free. They will jump in to grab the ball every single time.
These girls are definitely, I hate to use the word aggressive with these young ladies, but, I mean, when it comes to playing sports,
no doubt.
It is on. I mean,
no doubt at all.
Softball.
Under 30 seconds we go now, rolling around on the floor. Carroll comes back out of it now, looking up court, unable to find something. Finally does errant pass, but controlled. Got to be careful of a foul, and it is going to get whistled. That is Janae Johnson. She picks up the foul.
With only 16.3 left in the first period.
11-6 in this one. The Lady Bulldogs of Carroll hold the lead. They are the guests in this one. Homestanding Lady Bears of Carencro trail by 5. Carroll, the Lady Bulldogs, looking to add to that.
Oh, nice
Good,
fake.
yeah, good ball movement, but unable to control it there. And coming out of it with it, though, under 7 and 6 now on the clock. Dumped inside. Got to get a shot up. Owen Belt out with a foul. She's going to go to the free throw line and shoot 2 is Alira Wheeler. And they'll call that one on 31. We'll see if that was 31 or 13 that they called it on, Chuck.
I missed it. The assistance of the scoreboard is really missed right now.
It's going to be 13, Lachey Brown, that picks up the personal foul there.
Okay.
And Carencro will get back in defense, not wanting to give up one last shot. Be one shot remaining here. Again, 11-6 in this one. Second of 2, bounces around and is out of there, and that's going to have a long distance shot. That will not go, and that's going to do it. 11-6 in this one. The Lady Bulldogs of Carroll have the lead. Going to take our first look at one of our sponsors and be back in 60 seconds on 446 Sports.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 28 East Pineville behind Arby's. Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Security Sporting Good wants to tell you all camo is 50% off, and it's fishing season. In the red corner, it's Powerhouse Combo Zoom and Lose. And in the blue corner, seasoned veteran Abu Garcia. These 3 name brands will take care of all your fishing needs. Plus, Old Town Kayaks are coming soon. Need a handgun? In stock, Springfield, Sig, Glock & Smith & Wesson at Security Sporting Goods, 2220 Memorial Drive, Alexandria.
Back underway from Burton Complex. Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins, bringing you Game 1, Day 2 of the MLK Classic from Lake Charles and Burton Complex. Carroll, the home team in this one, has an 11-6 lead over Carencro, and there's a 3 that's up and no good. Rebound underneath, though. Offensive boards been controlled, but great job. Look, we've seen that's 3 blocks now for number 14 of Carencro. That's Aaron A. Alexander, the junior forward.
And a tie ball there is going to change possession back over to the Lady Bulldogs.
Lady Bears have it ready to inbound.
Sorry.
Carencro has played good in spurts, but it's been off the defense there of our Aaron A. Alexander. She's just been so solid down in the post, but Carencro out looking to run again. That's number 15.
Oh, nice dish off. Oh, a little too fancy with it, I believe. Tried to one dish and tried to come back with another one instead of just going straight up to the boards with it.
Wheeler, the leading scorer out of all. She's got 5. She's the only one with multiple baskets. Patience Johnson has a 3 for Carencro to lead their scoring. Held ball once again, and it will find its way over to the Lady Bulldogs once again, going right to left as you're watching there on the screen.
Yes, indeed.
Appreciate our executive producer and cameraman, Chuck Perkins, for keeping the camera angle split up for you there.
Trying a few new things. Trying to up our game a little bit, Doug.
That's right. You know, we got our start, really. That one's up and it's no good here at this Classic. It was the first tournament really that 446. Good lob, not quite able to make it, but corralled in by Serenity Charles. But there's a turnover, and out and running is Carencro. That's going to be a travel, and she just slipped there. What got away from her. Checking into the contest is Amari Anderson, the sophomore guard. She's got a bucket on the day. But yeah, Chuck, last year, following that playoff run by the Trojans that ended in December, we did the All-Star game postponed, and we came down and did this game, did all 10 games on a one-day tournament, and just had a blast, and so grateful that Coach Dexter Washington invited us to come back to this year, and we're pleased to be here. Pass inside, just a beautiful one.
Nice.
That is Lachey Brown, the sophomore forward, gets her first basket of the day, and it's 11-8. But the court vision, I've been very impressed, to tell you, down low by the work of Arene Alexander. That one bounces around and is going to be off of the back rim, ball over to Carroll, or Carencro, correct.
Yeah, those Lady Bears over there. What got me messed up, Doug, and I'm sorry, is the Lady Bulldogs had on a white practice shirt when they came out, and so
they switched on us, didn't they? Going to the basket there, and going to be an offensive foul whistled against Anderson. She's going to pick up her first personal foul, 11-8.
Taking that charge as a good defensive player should.
Good pressure applied by this Lady Bears team as they stretch it out to about a three-quarter court press. In this one, Carencro able to beat that, trying to go high off the glass. You got to call that shot. Again, another rebound pulled down by Alexander. Good hands inside. Nice. Beautiful steal that time by Wheeler, and gets it down. That basket up and in by Alira Wheeler. She's got 4. So the steal by Pashana Wheeler over to Alira, and that shot is up and good. Continuing to watch Arene Alexander. That's her first basket, but she had a good touch from about 15 feet out. 13-10, Carroll, the home team. If you look at the Louisiana Eye and Laser Center scoreboard, going to the basket, and there's Alexander with a big block. Good court awareness by number 3.
Good quick hands. Good.
Yeah, Timmer with reaching in, and both of these squads will just manage the passing lane of both of these squads. Nothing is there's no free passes inside. From the corner. Thought about that 3. Good pressure by the Lady Bears. Head fake going to the basket. Foul is called.
It looked like number 5 possibly. I don't know.
They're going to call that on 4.
There we go.
Yeah,
okay.
4 for Carencro. That's Amari Anderson. She's got 2 fouls now.
Yes.
On the day.
Several of these girls have a lot of long hair out there and not pulled up, and makes it hard to see those numbers on the back side.
Yeah, and then when you've got the light blue or the blue on the gray, it's difficult there. Inbounds is there, no good, and crashing in, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Loose ball on. They'll give that to, is that 30 or 32 that had just having to check the number. That's going to be number 30.
Yeah.
Claria Howard Brown picks that one up. Just under 5 to go until halftime. Very low scoring, yet well played and competitive basketball game in this one.
Reminds me of another game I was at not too long ago.
Right, turnover there, and going back to Carroll. Carencro, remember, out of 4A, they'll move up to 5A next year, but out of District 5, 4A, ranked number 9 at 8-10 on the season. This Carroll Lady Bulldogs team, number 10 in 3A. They're 9-5 on the season.
Quite a few moves in districts this year.
Yeah, a lot of movement, a lot of. There's a great hand, an inside to 44, but unable to finish that for Carroll was Michelle Brown. Off and running is this Lady Bears team. Got ball stopped up top, swung around. There's a wide open 3. It's going to draw no iron, no anything. Trying for the offensive rebound was Alexander, but tips it into the hands of a Bear, and there's going to be a travel by the Carroll Lady Bulldogs.
Ball kind of got caught up right above her thighs there in her waist area, and just could not get it away from her before she took a couple of steps.
And that's what you got to be careful of in too quick of transition.
Yeah, a good pass, trying to move down, looking up, just kind of lost a little bit of control over yourself. You know?
Checking in for the Lady Bulldogs, that's Taylor Epting. Epting, the first time that we've seen her in the contest today. It comes at the halfway point in the second period. Going to the basket.
Nice.
We'll see if they give it to her.
I did not see the motion.
Yep, they'll count the basket.
Awesome.
That is Chelsea LeBlanc gets her first 2 of the game, and the foul whistled on number 3. That is Amaya Timber. She picks up her first. Looking for the old school 3 and gets it. Does LeBlanc give her 3 on the day? With that and 1.
Oh, look at there.
Big turnover there and back.
Pass.
And that basket is up and good. That's Janae Johnson. She's got 4 in this one. Is that the first lead now for this Lady Bears team of Carencro? Looking to get over, possible travel there, not called. Getting some subs or some starters back in is this Lady Bulldog team as they've relinquished the lead for the first time today. Good hands, but it will be off of the Lady Bears. Carencro will keep it. And you'll get some familiar faces checking back in for this Carroll team. 15-13. Carencro, the home team in this one on your Louisiana Iron Laser scoreboard just to keep you updated on it. Turnover on the inbounds pass, and that's Amari Anderson. She's off and running. She gets the steal, but not the score there. That rebound is pulled down there. There's going to be another held ball, and it will stay with Carencro. Again, coming up at halftime, you get an opportunity to meet some of our sponsors that make it possible for us to bring you this basketball throughout the year. Softball, that one's up, and it is in. And that's Erin A. Anderson. She gets her second bucket to go with 3 blocks on the morning and enough rebounds that I have to use both hands.
Yes, I mean, much appreciative of our sponsors as well, making all this possible. Like I said, we love the interest they have in high school sports.
Look, we one of our big sponsors is BK Distributors, and if you're looking for banners or trophies, they're the leader in banner sales. If you need your senior banners, they do a 3x4 banner chuck for $50. The grommets, the welding on the sides of it, so it's not a sloppy banner. And you can contact us directly here at 446 Sports. Just go hop on there and send us a message. Say, hey, we'd just like to quote on your banners, and we can take that for you. Lady Bears of Carencro with a 4-point lead. They've been on a pretty impressive run here at 7-0 since it was 13-10, 3:09, and this has all been in about the last minute and a half. Just really out of control going to the basketball there. Going to the hoop was Anderson. And back come the pressure. But Carroll looking to beat it, taking a little step there and going to the basket. That's 11, and that's going to be good for Braylon Carter. Her first basket of the game.
Very nice. And I was going to tell you, with BK Distributors, all those things you're talking about with the banners, I've seen some of their work. It is absolute high-quality stuff.
Indeed. Their new sublimated plaques that they do and license plates are really a hit. They do a great job with that, too. Going to the basket. That one is up and no good. Unable to finish a lot of shots, getting a rebound, staying aggressive there with it. And she's going to draw the foul and go to the basket. That's Amari Anderson. Unable to get her shot to fall, but got the rebound. Chuck went right back up with it, drew the foul.
And that was court foul. No, they're going for 2. Okay.
Yeah, she was shooting there.
I thought so, but
2:23 to go in what's been a fairly clean first half. Just 5 personal fouls for this Carencro team and 4 for Carroll and 5-4 for easy. Me to say, yeah. Anyway, 4 personal fouls for Carencro. There easy for me to say.
That was me trying to call a team last night. I kept calling them by the wrong name, but both of them started with B's.
As long as it wasn't the home team you were calling,
no,
that's the main thing. Don't call the home team wrong.
It was fun because one of the girls' name is Maynard, and we were calling Menard.
And she had a big game in that one too.
She did.
Menard Lady Eagles, Ash Lady Trojans, and Trojans we cover a lot of throughout the year. Getting the ball inside
nice
to 44,
pass.
That's up and no good. Rebound control, but there's a fine block down low by Ariana Alexander. The junior forward gets the block, and back down on the floor they go, and it will go over to Carroll.
Yep.
2-minute warning here until halftime. Just getting going. This is game 1 of day 2. Carroll, Lady Bulldogs from the Monroe area, going against Carencro, and speaks for itself where they're from. The running one-hander is up, and it's good. And that ties this thing up with 1:48 to go.
Which is, Carencro is to the east of us from Lake Charles here, probably about
right
60 miles or so.
Correct. Looking to get the ball down low. Posting up is Alexander, but trying to get it into it, but great hands on the interior by Michelle Brown as she gets in there and knocks that one away. And stepping back in now is RNA Alexander. And it's just a different team with Alexander down in the post.
Yes, it is. You can see the whole dynamic changes, like you said.
Well, she calls for the ball well. She positions her body well, and that's good to see. You know, we saw Coach Kim Mulkey here yesterday, the LSU Lady Tigers, and scouting this talent pool that's out here, and that's going to send Alexander to the line.
And she's done well this year, you know, coming into LSU there. She's done really well. Of course, she's much a player, much a coach, so just commands authority with the girls, and they're going to produce.
Yeah, you knew that was another home run hire there.
Yes. For my alma mater, no doubt. Nonetheless.
Returning for the Lady Bulldogs, number 12, Malia Richard. Or Richard, that's from Monroe. It might be Richard.
Might be. Yeah, south is going to be Richard.
There's a lane violation that's committed there. It was a miss anyway from Alexander, but jumping into the lane early was Janae Johnson, and they whistle that one off quickly. Tied at 17, minute 20 to go until the half. Again, the half will be short, and they'll get these things going, trying their best to keep them on time. But we'll be here all day. Follow 446 Sports, and you'll be able to stay live with all of the action as soon as we go live. We'll stop a broadcast. That shot is up, rolling around, and it is good by Malia Richard. She comes in, gets her first basket. There's a travel.
And there's a travel.
And you saw that, and a beautiful three-pointer was there. Yeah. But the catch was made by Janae Johnson, and she just turns steps, gets a couple of steps, and goes.
Yeah, not quite close enough to the goal to be trying to Euro step it. Euro stepping three-pointer, I guess.
56-9 to go here.
Interesting that there's three-point lines out there. I'm assuming that's for the different levels of sports.
Yes. High school, college, and ladies college are the three-point lines that are there.
Did not know they played ladies college here. That's awesome.
Well, it is the home of the McNeese Cowboys and, I guess, Lady Cowboys, if you will.
Yep,
Cowgirls.
Yep. You are absolutely correct.
Yeah.
As you can tell with the more so, it looks like a cowgirl riding the bronc down there on the emblem.
It does indeed.
Either that or a cowboy with a scarf, either way.
A lot of rodeoing is big here, and you can tell that from around just the inside design work that's in there. And then the Rodeo Hall of Fame that is right behind us.
Yes. Not to be confused with Las Vegas being the rodeo, right?
Actually, that shot is up and short, but Las Vegas home of the National Finals Rodeo each winter.
Yes. Not on rodeo either, is it?
No, it's not, Chuck. It's way too early for that.
Never too early.
Crashing hard into the rail. And there's another block by Alexander. They'll have to get the skirting cleaned up from around the side. They'll do that momentarily. It's like a timeout is called on the sideline as, again, they'll have to reset some things. Number 30, Janae Johnson, went crashing in on a good hustle play, knocking the skirting down that separates the court from the stands here.
30-second timeout.
13.6. Carroll back in the lead on what had been a 7-0 run for Carencro is now a 6-0 run from Carroll to give them the lead just seconds before halftime.
Nicely done. I mean, it's the design of that skirting or that railing, if you will, aluminum. It's designed for a good breakaway. They do have some of the plates on some of the ends. Obviously, you don't want to move too easy, but it is a design to be a breakaway for safety.
And certainly on full display there. Again, if this is your first time seeing 446 Sports, we'd appreciate you go up there and give us a like, hit the follow button on it, and you can keep up to date on any time we go live with high school sports. Got a big slate of basketball today and tomorrow. Carencro looking to get things tied up, perhaps take the lead. That three is launched off the backboard, but no good. And now one last shot at it for Carencro with Carroll, and that one is up and good at the buzzer. They'll count that. See who that was that got it before we go to break. Looks like number 3 is going to get that for Carroll. So finishing up the scoring in the first half is Amaya Timmer. That gives her 4 on the afternoon, on the morning. 21-17, the Lady Bulldogs of Carroll have the lead. We have hit halftime. We're coming up. We will be right back after this. You're watching high school basketball on 446 Sports.
It all started with a sketch on a napkin. An idea created by 2 walk-on bench warmers. And after 10 years of hard work and perseverance to turn their dream into a reality, it's the #1 sports bar in America.
Welcome to Walk On.
Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's. Now, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Security Sporting Good wants to tell you all camo is 50% off, and it's fishing season. In the red corner, it's Powerhouse Combo, Zoom, and Lose. And in the blue corner, seasoned veteran Abu Garcia. These 3 name brands will take care of all your fishing needs. Plus, Old Town Kayaks are coming soon. Need a handgun? In stock, Springfield, Sig, Glock & Smith & Wesson at Security Sporting Goods, 2220 Memorial Drive, Alexandria.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
Getting ready for the second half of action. Welcome back to the MLK Classic that put on by the Hamilton Christian Warriors and Coach Dexter Washington. Fine work as always. We hope to talk to him sometime throughout the day. Saw Kim Mulkey in here. We talked about her a little earlier yesterday watching some girls basketball. Got a big one coming up Parkway at Fairview. That game is at 2 o'clock, and I guarantee you'll want to stick around and see that one. If you like basketball, period. If you like girls basketball, you really need to make your way out for that one. A lot of basketball coming up. You can check out everything just by following our 446 Sports Facebook page. You'll be able to keep up with everything that goes on and everything that we do as soon as it pops up. And I'm trying to give you an idea of some of the other games that are coming up along the way. Today, it is Carencro at Carroll. That's the game that we've got on. Southside and Livonia coming up next. You saw Southside out there warming up. East St. John, Woodlawn, and Shreveport. It's the 11:30 game. Opelousas, Southwood girls play. And then that big one at 2 o'clock is Parkway and Fairview. Carr and West Monroe, the men hit the floor after that. Madison Prep, West Monroe girls. Destrehan, Northside boys. North Central and Ash boys. And Elton and Ville Platte wrap it up. We are underway here in the second half, as the Carencro Lady Bears have it looking to get back into this thing. 21-17. They're down. They trailed 13-10, went on a 7-0 run to get it to 17-13, and they've given up 8 unanswered to this Lady Bulldogs. So a game of runs, Chuck, here, as basketball is.
Definitely, and I believe on that pass down when they were trying to, oh my goodness, quick change over there.
Yeah, into a 4, I guess, female front, and they kicked it right back into Carroll, and that gave Carroll the opportunity to get down the court and trying to recover late, picking up the foul were the Lady Bears, and that's going to send 23. Alira Wheeler to the line. She's got 4, had 4 in the first half.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. She's done well. Been in, got a few free throws out there.
Goes up and makes this one, and that gives her 5 on the day to tie the leading score there. So Vashana Wheeler has 5, as does Alira Wheeler. Now joining her there. 5-point lead is the largest lead in this one. Wheeler puts the shot up. Second one rolls around and is no good. Still a 2-possession game. Carencro looking to get back to what built that 17-13 lead for them, but good pressure. They've went man, got out of the zone. It did Carroll and went man. That shot is up. Good help side defense, and that is recovered. So switching to man and playing that intense pressure, getting out of his zone has really helped Carroll stop the run and get back in this thing and take what is now a 7-point lead following that one that was banked in. Good job there on the bank by Pashana Wheeler. Give her 7 on the day. She had 5 in the first half, the first 5 of the game. And there goes Wheeler out looking to run, but she dishes it off. And dropping back and fouling is Serenity Charles, and that's going to send Amaya Timber back to the line for a pair.
A little faster pace coming out of the blocks out of that half than they started out the game with.
Well, you heard some of the coaches going, as they just didn't go into dressing rooms. They just went into the entryways.
Right.
And it was a lot of, hey, intensity, get up and down the floor, let's go to work. And that was echoed on both sides of the what we were listening to.
Absolutely, and that was definitely an echo in here as it was going on.
That rolls around and no good, and that rebound is controlled by the Carencro Lady Bears. That's Ariana Alexander getting in there and doing that. Good hands by this Carroll team, but possession's going to stay Lady Bears. Again, beautiful facility here. Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins bringing you high school basketball throughout the day today and tomorrow. Unable to get down here for yesterday's games. Heard they had a lot of good ones on there. Was able to spend some time speaking and visiting with Coach Washington before this. His team doesn't play today, but they had a big win last night.
That's awesome. That's awesome. You host a tournament, you get the win. Just kind of a win-win, I guess.
Back over the top. Good pressure at the top by this Carencro team. And look, they are doing things. That's Wheeler that's going to get it. She's going to go up to the basket and gets hacked there. Unable to get back with Chelsea LeBlanc. She's going to pick up the foul. But
And
offense off of defense is what we're seeing here, Chuck.
yes, indeed. That's what I say. Beautiful facilities and even beautiful weather for basketball, for sure.
Because we're inside.
Yes.
So the pressure that Carencro has shown here in the second half, when they switch that man, and now they're collapsing down, so they're not giving any open shots, but that's causing these opportunities to get out and run. And certainly the aggressor defensively and getting out and running is this Carroll Lady Bulldog team.
And swishes that second free throw there. It was a very
25 to 17, now 8-point lead. Certainly the best scoring quarter for either team.
Yeah.
And we are just a couple of minutes in. And that ball is thrown away and back over to Carroll, and Carroll not looking to let up at all. So it has been probably, Chuck, game play about 4 minutes since this Carencro Lady Bears team has scored. Now they come back out in that three-quarter court pressure that got them back into it, and it pays dividends once again as hopping into the passing lane is LeBlanc. She's able to spin around, but are they able to do anything? That three-pointer is up, and it's aired. No good. Trying desperately to get in there and get that rebound was 11 Alexander. You know, that's Ariana Alexander, the junior forward. We've not seen RNA Alexander in there, who has been rather dominant in the first half. Yet to see her in the second half as she sits over on the bench. 5:44 to go, third period, and there goes Wheeler back to the basket, but instead kicks this one out, and beautiful inside-outside play. There's Wheeler to pull that rebound down. She's looking for three. She's already got one in the game, misses that one short of the left iron. Rebound controlled. Carencro bobbling around, going to be another travel, and that's just solid, intense pressure by this Carroll team.
Absolutely. You can tell that they have kind of woke up since that 9 o'clock start, moving around a good bit, got the blood pumping, much more active, and, you know, got to get those feet and the hand-eye coordination rolling a little bit.
This Carroll team stands at 9-5 on the season, ranked number 10 in 3A. Good PowerPoint win for either of these teams.
And holding it out there for a little bit, seeing if they get their play set up. Doesn't mind a few seconds clicking off the timer.
Into a zone, and we do see Alexander check back into it. We talked about Renee Alexander, who had a big defensive. Things change defensively when Alexander is out there. Shooting over the top of the zone is Wheeler. She misses that one again, trying to chase her rebound down, but not and out. On a run out go the Lady Bears, but hustling back is Wheeler, and Pashana Wheeler
causing just enough chaos down there for her to have a shot that goes off the bottom of the glass there.
Look, never giving up on the play. Wheeler continues hustling. That saved what would have been an easy basket. But again, the dry spell for this Carencro Lady Bears team continues to mount up, Chuck, and it's about 6 minutes of scoreless game time. Rebounding by Carroll. Carroll starting to flex a little bit of muscle. Good pressure out top as they jump back into a man defense, and that forces a timeout. We'll see if it's a 30 or a full. Got to take the full timeout. We'll take it with them and be back in 60 on 446 Sports.
The fine folks at BK Distributors want to thank all the educators for weathering the storms, so to speak, through 2020 and beyond. Thank you for your dedication to our children. The end of the school year awards are now available. Any type of award, trophies, banners, plaques, they do it all at BK Distributors. So with school almost out, that means summer leagues are in full swing. New items, same great prices, and fast turnaround. BK Distributors, Highway 20 in East Pineville behind Arby's.
And we're back to Burton Complex. Of Doug Gann alongside of Chuck Perkins. And again, you see down in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, our sponsors are rotating through. Of course, our title sponsors, Walk-Ons, we appreciate them. The folks at Rapides Physical Therapy do a great job. Express Employment Professionals, always there for us. If you're looking for a job, if you're an employee needing something, or you're an employer looking for qualified help, give those folks a call. And wherever you're listening to us, you can call that Alexandria office, and they'll take care of it. And what better way to get yourself fixed back up? Rapides Physical Therapy, they do a lot of work with the high school kids, but it's any age that goes in there. Security Sporting Goods has always been a solid supporter of high school sports and local sports in our central Louisiana area. Fine selection of guns that they have in there. If you're looking hard to find guns or ammo, check the folks at Security Sporting Goods. And all of our banking and camera needs are met by Valex Federal Credit Union. We appreciate those guys.
Yes, indeed, and I enjoy Security Sporting Goods being a family-owned and operated business.
Correct.
Been for many, many generations.
Going up for the basket, they're going to call a foul. Looked like it was a pretty good block, but that's going to send Carroll back to the free throw line. That is number 30, Howard Brown, that is at the free throw line, Chuck. And again, it's 6 minutes and 32 seconds that it's been on the game clock since Carencro has scored.
And the ball seems to find that little corner exits a couple of times now, causing the referees to have a little jog this morning, wake up that blood flow.
Last time that Carencro scored, Carroll had 13. They've got 26 now. So a 13-0 run and doubling their score. And all of that here in the last part of the second quarter and what is here now the third period. Hustling around, though. Good work rolling around on the floor. Once again, held ball, it will go back over to that Carroll Lady Bulldog team as they've switched in. So Carroll now going to our right from where we sit high atop the second level in Burton Complex.
Yep. Change of direction had me messed up there when I was pointing back the other way.
Good half-court pressure pickup by this Lady Bears team. Amari Anderson doing a good job of making Wheeler put the ball where she didn't want it, getting away from, and there's a turnover. Switching back over and going man seemed to bother this Carroll team a little bit, and Carencro has an opportunity to get back in it. There's a corner three that's put up, and it rolls around, and it's good. That's a three-ball corner pocket for Patience Johnson.
Nicely done. Well, Lady Bulldogs looked a little bit surprised at that one actually.
Correction, that was Chelsea LeBlanc. LeBlanc gets that basket from the corner, going up and putting that one in. But answering right back is number 23. That is Alira Wheeler. Had 4 in the first half. She's got 2 here now, 28-20. You got to get a couple of more stops, though, if you're Carencro.
Oh,
And, of course, have to get to the basket. Good ball check there by Wheeler, working the ball down and inside. Now back to the top. Good in-out game. That three is launched up. We'll call it a pass. And that's going to send Lachey Brown, the sophomore forward, to the line, shooting a pair.
Nice boxing out underneath and being able to control that rebound a couple of times and put it back up and ultimately getting a chance to couple free throws here.
Michelle Brown for the Lady Bulldogs whistled for that foul. First free throw up, bounces around, and is good.
Shooter's roll. Not something I get very often, Doug.
No. Second one up, and it bounces around, not there.
Oh.
Unable to control the offensive board, but then Wheeler out with it, and a lot of banging around. Timeout called to save the possession as head coach for Carroll saw that was going to be an issue. Coach calls a 30-second, going to keep it right here. 2:22 remaining, Chuck, third period, and what was a long stretch of going without scoring finally ended at about the 3-minute mark, and now Carencro up to 21. Down 7. Up 7 if you're looking at it from the Carroll side of it, who their defense set the tone there towards the end of the second period and the start of the third.
Yes, they did. And, you know, had a nice lead there going into half or right before the half. Brought it up really close and kept it close at the half. And then now they just came out and went on a little bit of run. And
Reminder, we've got Southside and Livonia coming up next. That game will start approximately 8 minutes or so after the completion of this one. We will stop the stream on this one, start up a new one. So make sure you're following to see when we go live. Inbounds passes back to Wheeler. Spun around to the top now. That is Alira Wheeler going to the basket, taking several steps, almost clearing it out herself, but the rebound controlled by Carencro, and there's going to be a traveling violation called before that. Yeah, Patience Johnson did a good job of getting correction. Look, that's twice I've done that. That is Janae Johnson that comes out of there with it, but taking too many steps, Amari Anderson.
Yep. And sad. I mean, it just, you hate that for them because you see they just got their eyes on that goal and trying to make that happen. It just lost control of what happened.
You just try to get it back into 1 or 2 possession game. It's still up 3. There's Alexander underneath, and going to be a held ball. Look, there is no uncontested rebounds in this game. You better have that ball, swing around, get it out of there, or somebody's going to put a hand on it to tie the thing up.
It's almost like they have sure stick on their hand, you know. I mean, or some resin or something.
Right.
It's just when they latch a hold of it, it's not any turning loose.
No, not at all. Here comes the Lady Bears getting ready to see if they can chip into this lead a little bit. Ill-advised pass over the middle, but that's going to be a foul that comes out of there on the Lady Bulldogs, number 3, Amaya Timber. On the floor, so they'll just side out. 5 fouls in this one in the second half for Carencro. They're going to need to keep an eye on that and not put this Carroll team to the free throw line, but it's been great drive to the basket that's caused that. Trying to get that in. It looks like it's going to go off the foot of Carroll, and it does.
So Lady Bears will retain the possession.
28-21, 7-point lead, 3-possession game, trying to get it closer. There's Alexander on the outside. She's been dominant inside the paint tonight, working to try to get the ball back into her, but jumping in front of it, doing a fantastic job.
It's going to be a foul on this one. Yep, number 10. Looks like they're going to draw the foul.
Michelle Brown doing a great job of turning around and trying to neutralize the play of Renee Alexander, and did a good job with it there. 1 minute remaining, 6 seconds, 1:05 and counting here, third period to play, 7-point ball game. Carroll with the lead, and going to draw the foul will be the 6th. 6th team here, and these teams didn't reach that at all. That foul is going to be whistled on Chelsea LeBlanc.
Sending them to the bonus now. Or, yeah, right? Yeah.
First one is up, and it was good. Equaling the largest lead of the day at 8. That one rolls around and is no good. Rebound controlled by Alexander and gets this Carencro team out and going. You'd like to see them get something good. Body work by the official, bumping around. Going into the basket, kind of an errant shot, working the ball inside to Alexander. She's unable to finish. Ball's going to go off of Carroll Lady Bulldog underneath, and a good job of seeing that as it was off of number 30, Caleria Howard Brown. No fault of her own, just happened to be the way it bounced. Trying to lob it inside to Alexander. She's going to turn and fire up one that I don't think she really even saw the goal. Picks up the loose ball, though. Does Renee Alexander, and give her 6 on the day. And some hustle points as well. 32 seconds and counting. 6-point lead. Coming up, playing that 3-quarter court pressure. And there's a good trap on the outside. Wheeler, though, steps up, makes it a beautiful no-look dish. And that's pretty.
Yes, indeed. You see your player, your teammate down there waiting on it, and just draw that defender over just a little bit.
The recipient of that beautiful no-look pass was Michelle Brown. She got the basket, but Shauna Wheeler going in and making that great transition basket happen. 31-23, your score after 3. We'll be back in 60 seconds. You're listening to High School Basketball on 446 Sports.
The following things are just plain wrong. Pouring coffee into a light socket. Dressing a 300-pound man in a tiny pink Speedo. And hiring an unqualified employee for your business.
Express Employment Professionals in Alexandria is here to assist you in hiring that right employee or helping you find your perfect career. Apply online at expresspros.com/AlexandriaLA.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
We're back to Burton Complex getting ready for the fourth and final period of Game 1. Rolling right along, set to get things going around 10:15. That's Livonia and Southside. That game will begin shortly after the completion of this one. And that is boys action. So they'll move around a little bit. The last three of the day are boys games. They'll mix in some girls game. That big one is Fairview and Parkway coming up at 2 o'clock, around 2 o'clock. Good hustle out on the floor, but Wheeler is able to control it. And now Wheeler going back to the basket. A little bit off balance, dumps that ball inside. Good work down in the paint by Carroll, but the turnover is there, looking to get out and run. Errant pass that was intended for Aaron A. Alexander.
She had a lead on it down there, just a little bit far ahead of her.
Yeah, just Amari Anderson a little bit out of range on that one. Again, you'll see on our 446 Sports page the links to these games being posted on there, so you can go follow it on Boxcast, or quite frankly, just hit the follow button and you'll be able to keep updated with it. Good steal right away by Amari Anderson. She was the one that threw the errant pass. She said, I'm going to go back and get it myself.
Yes. A little justification, if you will.
Over the top pass. Nita could have took a three ball right there, but instead goes into the basket and collapsing. You've been a little bit more intensity down the low block, trying to counterbalance the work that Aaron A. Alexander has done. And that's going to be a block, and back-to-back fouls picked up by Amari Anderson.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, at this stage of the game, we have another period to play. But, no, this is fourth period.
Yeah, they've not changed the.
When I was looking at the time, I'm like, something doesn't seem right about this.
Five periods, Chuck, will make that 9 o'clock game, that 8 o'clock game a late one, or an 8:30 one. Yeah, it's going to be a long day of basketball here. We invite you to come on out. You can watch this later. Those of you that have went back and watched this one, it's been a good one throughout.
And we appreciate you joining us.
Basket is up and good. We get as many, if not more, views after the game is over from people coming back and watching it, using it, analyzing how some of the dumb things I say and have no knowledge of basketball. Amaya Timber misses that one. 32-23, that one no good. 9-point lead. And you got to start thinking, Chuck, that a double-digit lead with the way this is going for Carencro or for Carroll is pretty solid. I know there's 7 minutes to go in this final frame, and it's certainly a game of runs. But you look at the foul difference at 8 fouls, so they're in the bonus already.
Yep.
Is Carroll, so they're going to the free throw line at any time. It's another thing that'll extend the length of a game is those free throws.
Right, and with their sure-handedness and intercepting of shots and passes, I mean, it's
another rebound is there. But let me tell you what a great play that was. If you go back and look at it by Carencro, Chelsea LeBlanc. It looked like she was going to travel, so she just had to stride out that last step. Threw a little off balance, and she missed the shot. But a great job of not getting the travel there and giving themselves an opportunity to get another shot off. Good no-look dish inside.
Quick pass.
That's going to send Serenity Charles to the line for a pair. And that's just the third team foul on that Carroll Lady Bulldog team. Again, Southside and Livonia coming up next. And we'll have that for you. We will stop this. That gives you a little separation in it, so you're not having to scroll through all day and look at what game you're looking for. Every game will be archived on our Facebook page. Whether you're watching on 446 Sports or over there at our new partners at Gridiron Football. Look for big things from Gridiron Football. Don't be fooled by that name, Gridiron Football, because it's going to we are going to expand. Good job. There's Aaron A. Alexander again. And look, if there is an MVP off of this Carencro Lady Bears team, it's junior forward Aaron A. Alexander today. But trying to pick the pocket with Serenity Charles. Great work by Wheeler, though. And it's been all Wheeler in this one. She has been the key for – that's Shauna Wheeler. She has been the key for this Lady Bulldogs team.
They'll be inbounding the ball over here. The Lady Bulldogs, again, having to chase the basketball. A little assistance from the law enforcement patrolling around.
Like to see Carencro get a stop here if they could. If you're Carroll, you can continue to trade baskets.
Yes.
This 7-point lead that you've got here and playing great defensively. Going up into the basket, and that one is no good, but again, controlling the boards, and there's Wheeler clears it out too. Rushed that shot just a little bit, would have been for two. You know, there's no shot clock, so there's no need to hustle and throw up these shots. That one, though, is up, and it is good.
Nice two-point swish.
Yeah, give that to Amaya Timber. 34-25, back to 9, equals the largest lead of the day. And here, look at that run-out pressure by that Carencro team. That was just such a solid what leads to the turnover. Jumping into the passing lane with the steal was number 23, and that set things off. Alira Wheeler jumped in the passing lane, got it out, and that's going to cause another foul. Going to the basket was Timber, but unable to convert. But she'll go to the line for a pair. And it's a psychological thing, too. You get into a lead into double digits in the fourth quarter, and you're fighting.
Yeah, oh, my goodness.
Misses that one back iron. A little bit of a compensation for fatigue there. Yeah. You don't want to miss short, so you give it a little bit extra push through the legs, and that's what gets that ball to go deep.
Yep.
That one off the front iron. So you see that compensation backed off a little bit, hit the front iron, but got the shooter's touch. And we now do have a 10-point lead, 35-25. Carencro needs to get something happening here. Don't know if that was a shot, but thank you very much for
and a
three.
Three-pointer.
Well, I guess they do need that shot. Serenity Charles comes up and throws that high off the glass for three, 35-28.
She may have called that one, Doug.
Could have, and there's another turnover. Quickly responding to that 10-point lead, going to the basket. Going to call a block. That would have counted had it went, but scoring points while the clock is off is what you want to do if you're Carencro to get back into this one.
Somebody just walked by
Smell
with
of chili cheese nachos with jalapenos there.
Wow. Talk about light up my life.
35-28. This is a big possession. That one gets in and rolls around. Chelsea LeBlanc gets that one.
I need a peppermint for that one, Doug. Just
right.
Good gracious, that was smelling good.
35-29, a lead that was 10 is now back to 5. So what a great two-possession. Going to get a timeout over there by Carroll. Should be a full timeout. Got to talk about things. We'll look and see. Nearing that point in the game where they start to utilize those full timeouts, and we'll see. Goes over and checks the score table to see how many timeouts that he has left. 32nd, though, is where it is. And Chuck, a game that was 35-25 maybe 40 seconds ago, is the lead's been cut in half. And back to two possession, the closest it's been in several minutes.
Right, and, you know, you having that advantage or the disadvantage, and unfortunately for them, that the other team only has 4 fouls right now, that they can't go to the bonus if they are starting to charge back. Gives them a little bit of a leeway if they, you know, just lose control a little bit and have to try to regain. They have that opportunity to foul a few times before putting anybody in a bonus.
Carencro looking to avoid their 8th straight loss. Now keep in mind, 4 of those fell victim to COVID. But anytime the teams that Coach Washington puts together in these tournaments is just phenomenal. All of the games that we've seen from last year, including that team that came in from Alaska and played in one, have just been phenomenal.
I saw that, and I was like, wow, am I not reading something right? But
Nope,
no,
they were really good. They came over and played several games around the state of Louisiana and some different places on their tour because you couldn't really play. There's a 3-ball launch. This could make things interesting. Misses that one short. Rebound controlled and out by Carroll. Carroll looking to run. A little too strong on the pass, but there's Wheeler again with another save. And I'm telling you, she is a phenom for this Lady Bulldog team.
Nicely done there. Just that tipped that ball back and got to her players so they can try this one more reset.
Halfway home here in the final period. That shot is no good. Alexander unable to clear that rebound, sliding around. We're going to get a held ball. It will stay with Carroll. Great hustle on both sides.
Possession arrow pointing back down there.
Yep, and so a lot of change of possessions there. Now the next held ball will go over to Carencro, and good hustle inside. Good job with the hands. Lachey Brown, the sophomore forward, getting in there and knocking that ball away. And Chuck, 5-point lead, has an opportunity to get down to a one-possession game on what seemingly we said it was may have been a mindset, and in fact it was for that Carencro team that said, okay, let's go to work now.
Yep. This is too close now.
Good move into the basket, unable to get it. Held ball, and it's going to stay right here. Watch the lob. They like to run the lob here inside to Erin A. Alexander. They'll drop her down, get her some clearance. This time, no, they go out for 3. That one is too hard. And now Bashana Wheeler gets it out, and she's running. Wisely backs this thing up, but here comes the pressure. Spins around, a little hop step, unable to get there. Good pressure underneath, looking the length of the court, beautiful down court pass. Going to get that if it goes. Unable to, but that's going to send Chelsea LeBlanc to the line. And not going to jinx it, but she's been solid from the free throw line throughout the day. So that's who you want at the free throw line if you are Carencro.
Yeah, and I was going to say Carroll on the other end. They are really good about getting those rebounds underneath. They just got to get them into the basket. I mean, great opportunities there.
Nothing like the announcer jinx there to get her. Misses her first free throw of the day.
And that is info at or Doug Gann.
Right. Misses both of them there. And, yeah, I'll be signing for any field goal kicks or anything you need jinxed later on. That one is up, and it is in.
That extends their lead 2 more. It's a 7-point lead now.
That was Michelle Brown, her second basket of the game, but has been dominant on defense. Back to 7. Had a chance with those free throws to cut it to a 1 possession lead. Trying to get the ball into Erin A. Alexander, and she's going to fall on the line and turn the ball over.
Yes, indeed. Good hustle, just a little too far of a reach.
3 minutes remaining in this one. You see the Louisiana Eye and Laser scoreboard. Tells you that the Carroll Lady Bulldogs have a 37-30 lead. And there's going to be the foul, and trying to extend this game out a little bit at the free throw line. And with that, Carroll now in the double bonus. So they'll shoot 2 for the remaining 250 of this one.
Yep, that they will. She seems to grace the free throw line quite often. She seems to be a favorite target on the fouls.
Yeah, Wheeler has been there a good amount today. Alira Wheeler.
Or they put the ball in her hand quite often.
The shot up, and it is good. 38-30, back to an 8-point lead. Carencro had an opportunity to get it back. Timeout on the floor. We'll see if it extends out.
And you're referring to the arms instead of the head, shoulders, knees, and toes, or if they're going to do, looks like they are doing a 30-second again.
Keep the 30-second here, just trying to get a little bit of momentum and get some things set up. Every possession so important here throughout. Again, we are back in Lake Charles for year 2 of this tournament. First year of the newly renamed MLK Warriors tournament. Great job, Coach Dexter Washington. And again, you'll hear his name throughout the day. He does a fantastic job of putting this thing together, Chuck. 30 games in 3 days, 50 teams out here playing, and just phenomenal work that's done. The folks with the Calcasieu Parish Police Jury. This just shows you when everybody comes together, the police jury, the facility, everybody works together to put an event on like this. You don't have to squeeze out the little guy. Yeah. And everybody come together and make some money and put on a good event and put some people in the hotels and the restaurants and all of that. And so a big win for Burton Complex and Calcasieu Parish Police Jury.
And betterment of the programs that are here playing. I mean, you come down to play one game, but chances are you're going to play somebody that you may never see or would not see maybe till playoffs if you happen to be in the same
you're going to see 5A Parkway against Class C Fairview in this one, and that's a matchup that wouldn't happen but is going to be probably the best game, boys or girls, of the day.
That's impressive, and they get to get a chance to oxidize themselves a little bit with some great
There's
play.
A travel.
Oh my.
Good job. Look, that was Amari Anderson stepping, and she wasn't right in front of the ball handler, but stepped back a step, nowhere to go, and caused the turnover there. Got to get something if you're Carencro. For Carroll, just continue to play sound defense, and sound defense was what it was. Good recovery, but there's Pashana Wheeler that pulls that down, and no doubt who has been the MVP in this game, and it's been for that Carroll Lady Bulldogs team in the way of number 15, Wheeler. They try to back it out, but good pressure, a little crossover there.
I think they're trying to get a little flop move there, if I'm not mistaken.
38-30, under 2 minutes now in this one. So good pressure, but not, and that's going to be just a tremendous play. That was Chelsea LeBlanc stepping in and causing the sideline to get the out of bounds.
Yes, indeed. Got a little turnover there.
See the second group of fans starting to make their way in, and that's another great thing. You $10 you pay to watch your game. You can stay all day and watch the basketball if you want to. That shot up and no good. Or you can follow right along here on 446 Sports. Wherever you're at, I invite you to watch all of this basketball. Three-pointer launch. Need that to go. Trying to bank that one in. Once again, unable to go. Back to the corner. This three is up. It rolls around, no good. Good offensive boards, but just unable to convert. Second chance points have not been there for either team in this one, Chuck. It's reflected in the score.
Right, and it's, just a lot of hard effort down there, just not zoned in or targeted on some of these shots. I think it's, like you said, just almost grasping at straws for opportunity.
38-30 in this one, a couple of minutes behind our start time, and it doesn't take things long to get backed up. So if you're tuning in looking for Southside Livonia, we will stop this broadcast, restart another one just as soon as this one is over. That one misses off the front iron. Think things will push back. Watch an overtime game pop up.
Oh, my goodness. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. We'll have to make sure our broadcasts are reflective of all that.
Not going anywhere tonight, though. We'll be in the great city of Lake Charles throughout the evening and excited to get back going early again in the morning. This one still, though, with a minute 20 before it's wrapped up. That shot is up. Need that to go, doesn't do it. Rebound follows her shot, does Amari Anderson.
Nicely done. Regain possession, pass it out to a teammate, and
over the corner, no good. And that one gets through that skirting and makes its way up to the bleachers. Now just a minute 6, still an opportunity, and you expect Carencro to try to extend this game, Chuck, by fouling and sending Carroll to the free throw line.
Absolutely, which will extend the time just a little bit more.
Looks like they still full court pressure, but not really fouling just yet, trying to get a steal or a turnover and not wanting to foul. Good ball movement, a little bit of a travel, but no call there. Backing things out. Jumping into the lane and unavoidably able to call that one, Janae Johnson. She jumped right into the passing lane, and that'll send Carroll back to the line to try to get this thing back to 10. Chuck, just a few moments ago, it was 35-30, an opportunity to get that lead back and get it back to one possession. And now this thing's extended up with a chance to get it back to a 10-point lead.
Yes, indeed. And, depending on what they do here at the free throw, they still have 46 seconds. They're just going to have to move and quick and make targeted shots that find the bottom.
Wheeler's been clutch. She's been there every time they need it. Now she makes the lead 9 with that free throw. A couple of bounces, puts this one in, and bounces off of the back iron. And you hear the Carroll coaching staff saying, just get back. That running one-hander is no good. Rebound controlled out by Carroll, and that's probably going to put a wrap on this one as we're under 33 seconds. Good hustle still there. Held ball is going to come in, and it's going to go back to Carroll Chuck. And it seems like every time it's been for Carroll, that just shows you the amount of change of possessions that have happened in this.
It's a little discouraging because when you think maybe I got a chance here, possession arrow is not in your favor.
Dribbling around is Wheeler. She's got it, and good block by Alexander. She's got 7 blocks on the day, looking to work down court, but they don't. Now they'll get down there, but that pass is errant, and it's turned over and controlled out. Michelle Brown jumping into the passing lane. I'll tell you, not a lack of hustle by Janae Johnson, just a sophomore. This Carencro Lady Bears team, Chuck, is loaded with sophomore and freshmen up and down the line. So look for them to be junior and senior laden next year when they look to make another deep run. Just a solid team. And that's going to wrap things up. Your final score, impressive defensive performance tonight by this Carroll Lady Bulldogs team. They will move to 10-5 on the season. Carencro will drop to 8-11. That's going to wrap it up. We'll see you in 10 minutes for Southside and Livonia boys basketball action. But this has been a big win for Carroll. The Lady Bulldogs win this one 39-30 over Carencro, and that'll wrap things up. We'll see you back in just a few minutes. I'm Doug Gann, along with Chuck Perkins on 446 Sports.